With the shrimp and the fries, can't find no parking. City of the bright lights is different after dark here. Take you to Container Park, maybe we can start there. Love for a city, I could swear I found my heart in. Raised in the desert, so the park was like the beach. Lorenzi on Sunday, grandma barbecued on weekends. Shopping in the Rancho was just a swap meet kid. I feel Vegas when I pass by the Allegiant. Section 8, baby, but we still live decent. When we talk about the 7, they don't even know the meaning. Pimps and prostitutes like birds and the bees here. Creeping down Owens, you might see a couple fiends near. It ain't always what it seems here. But you could wake up in a dream here, or you could wake up in your dreams dead. Las Vegas Boulevard, I turn a broke man to rich. I slide down Las Vegas Boulevard too. It's that I slide down Las Vegas Boulevard too. It's some you slide.
Yo, y'all know we sliding down Las Vegas Boulevard right here in the city. The VEG, if y'all know anything about that, you've been here. It don't matter if you heard about it or if you've been here. It's always the same. We're going to give you the real 100 foolproof, you know what I'm saying, what you need to know about. Today I got my man in the building, Mike Madison. We're going to share some stories and some things that took place along the lines of this city of, they call the greatest, the Sin City, the VEG in the building. Yo, Mike, what's up, buddy?
What's going on, Mr. Elliott?
How you feeling, man?
I'm good.
And also,
be
everybody and everybody that's watching the show, in order to keep this show going, y'all make sure y'all support, continue to watch, share it, and also donations and all of that stuff is good. Mike, so man, you a native of Las Vegas?
I've been here a long time. I was born in Monroe, Louisiana, but my parents brought me out here when I was like 8 months old. So yeah, basically, I've been here all my life.
Pretty much. That's right. 8 months old. That's you wasn't even, you probably was running.
Now my
Mike,
dad was running from Louisiana. That's what he was doing.
You know, growing up in Las Vegas, man, I had a lot of fun. There was a lot of things that I indulged in, and there was some great things and there was some bad things. But watching you and seeing you grow up and seeing you be a part of the city, just being that dude, and also not only you've been here in Las Vegas, you went to Las Vegas High School, and that was like the first school here in Las Vegas, right?
Yep, just about. Yep.
No, I think that's the first school, maybe.
Yeah, it's if not, it's the oldest one.
Okay.
Well, at the time, the new Vegas, they left the old building and went up on
Hollywood.
Yeah.
So what was it like, man?
Being in Vegas?
Being in Vegas.
Well, like I said, the atmosphere back then was completely different from what it is now. We didn't have what the kids have today, to me. Back then it was, mellow. It was calm. Everybody was chill. Everybody was on the same page just about. But basketball was everything we had. I mean, that was like 24/7. Get out, go home, get your homework, go to Doolittle. There's so many parks that was open. So there's always something to play basketball with.
People talk about Doolittle all the time. What's some of the things that took place down there? What was so big about Doolittle that everybody had to go there?
That was the only place for us as Black people to go. That's the only place we had back in the day. And then not only that, we had famous stars that came through Doolittle. I took a picture of myself with George Foreman when he was there. We had basketball stars left and right that came in and out of Doolittle, so we got a chance to see them up close and personal. And then on top of that, that's what we had to play. Even though when I remember starting out playing, the big boys used to kick us off the court. Now we get it before them, the older guys, but they would kick us off the court because on them, they claimed everything because they was older. So we had to either go to the side gyms if they had them open, or we would go over to Matt Kelly and play over there. But that's how I met a lot of guys too, playing outside. Because everybody in that time played outside.
Was you ever able to dunk at Matt Kelly?
No, I never did.
Those
I
was
think
where the
I probably only
logos
dunked maybe
was.
once in my lifetime. Once or twice I've dunked in my lifetime.
But at Matt Kelly, they had the logos over there.
I know, but hey, everybody was doing it but me. I wasn't trying it. I was chill. As long as
I
I can
mean,
get past everybody and lay up the ball, I was good.
who was some of the people in front of you that you admired, that you liked, that you thought was tough, that grew up in Vegas, that played, whether it was, just in the gym at Doolittle, Dula, or for school, or for UNLV? Who was from Vegas that you liked?
Ooh, Bruce Gator was one of the guys I used to see all the time. As a matter of fact, growing up in the neighborhood that we did, they had a little side goal at their house. Bruce and them did. We used to play over there all the time. Bruce was one of the guys. Vince Keithan. Oh my goodness. Vince growing up, Vince was the shit.
Vince was a real point guard before the point guards became
Man,
real.
Vince was. I'm telling you, back then, that dude took me out on the court and we played 1-on-1. I didn't even score.
Man.
Vince shut me down.
So who did you pattern your game after?
I don't think my whole thing of it is when I first started playing basketball, I always had the speed. I could jump a little bit for my size, but I got tired of people blocking me. Like my third, fourth grade years, I
Yeah.
was so small that every time I tried to go to the basket, I got blocked. So I just started going to Doolittle every day, going to side gyms, and I started practicing, and I got better. So my whole thing of it was playing with at the Gerson and playing with them guys was always making bets. Hey, Mike, I bet you $1 I could block you. I'm like, nah, bro, that ain't gonna happen. That's not gonna happen anymore. After the third and fourth grade, I said, nah, that ain't gonna happen no more. So I would get money just on guys playing the game, saying they was gonna block me. Never happened. So the one thing I think back in the day, they used to love seeing me and my brother play against each other. Every time we came into the gym, my brother always played opposite me, and they used to love me to see me and him play against each other. So
Who older, you or your
it
brother?
was what it was. Makai is 2 years older than me.
So you
He
was
played
always
along with
playing with
Vince
upper
now.
class.
Yeah, he played along with Vince now. He went to Chaparral, I think his freshman year.
Okay.
I was over at Woodbury. I didn't play on the basketball team because by the time we even got to a
Oh, they
practice,
was
they had
busing
already.
y'all from Delmonico to Woodbury.
Yep,
Oh wow.
yep. And by the time we even got to any practice, they already had their team. So I
Man.
told my mom, hey, I need to go to another school because this one right here, this ain't gonna be me. So I ended up going to Cashman, and Cashman is officially the very first school that I actually played at. That's how I got to know Bobby Bolden, all those guys over there. Even though I want to say for a short, Bobby, I don't know if you know Bobby, he went to Cashman. He
I know
played
Bobby.
football and he ran track.
Yeah, he was fast.
Bobby is somebody I grew up since childhood, since my third grade year. The only person I know longer than Bobby is Brad Butler. I've known Brad since kindergarten.
Wow.
So, and I was Bobby's in his wedding. I was his best man. Me and Ezel Wiley. So
Yeah,
those
Bobby and
two,
Ezel, they run together.
yep. Well, all three of us basically when we all left Cashman, I went my separate way, but they went together.
They
But the
went
three of us
together.
ended up in college together.
Okay.
We went to a cool school called West Hills in Coalinga, California. So we had a tight knit family out there. We had a lot of people from Vegas in that year that all of us stuck together. So we became a little bit closer then.
So was you the captain of the team? Was you considered one of the toughest dudes with your name out there like that?
Mm, I don't know. I know, a lot of the guys always said that I was this, that, and the other, playing against me. But
How many
me,
points
the
did you
people that
average
came,
in junior high?
Over 20. My sophomore year, at Vegas, I averaged over 20 points a game because my coach let me shoot. He let me run. He let me do what I needed to do. When I got to varsity, all that stopped.
He wanted you to
So
be a
our
point
coach
guard.
told us, yep, only thing he wanted his point guard to do is basically pass to the wings and pass to your bigs. That's the only thing the point guard is supposed to do. Control the game, pass your wings, pass to your bigs. So that slowed me completely down. Like I said, when Travis Colby came in my senior year, because he wasn't there my junior year, he came my senior year. When he got on the team, man, you talking about a dude that could move. Travis could move. When we went to Hawaii, that's what I'm saying. I had a whole new respect for Travis when he played over in Hawaii. That dude can actually play some basketball. As a matter of fact, some of the moves that Travis did, I tried to copy. Shoot. Man, that dude was something else, I'm telling you. Something else.
I used to like to see Travis. Vegas High School, from Cliff Bailey, Mike Madison, Travis Colby, quick dudes. I mean, dudes that had speed.
Eric Johnson, but
Eric
you
Johnson.
know, Eric could ball too. Eric balled out.
Eric
I
is the
used to
one that
love to
could
see
jump real
Eric
high,
dunk.
right?
Man, Eric was jumping out the gym. He was the one that was getting most of our dunks in the year.
Yeah, he was dunking like 3, 4 dunks a game.
Man, shooting. Like I said, we didn't have threes back then. If we did, man, that dude would have had astronomical numbers.
Man, he was
William
aggressive
Reed,
too.
William can jump out the gym too.
William
But
is the
because his
first
time
dude.
was
He the first dude that I seen do a 360 and then try to turn around and dunk it backwards.
William Reed,
Yeah, up at Doolittle.
oh yeah,
Me and William grew up
he
together.
had he has stupid hops.
Yeah,
Like him and his brothers, even though you can say
yeah.
Pappy probably had, but Will Reed wasn't no slouch, man. That dude could jump out the gym.
All his brothers had hop.
Yeah, yep, yep. We had to play against all them dudes.
Who did you play
But
against that you didn't want to play against? Like who was
Vince was
somebody you
one
just
of them.
Vince?
Vince Keaton was one of them.
Okay.
uh, like I said, they had this Asian cat over at Gorman, guard. His name was dang, it just had his name. But he was
Yeah,
a little Asian dude, man. I had been playing against him Johnny Lung. Ever since Hyde Park, I have been playing against this dude, man. And it was just that dude was hard to guard. Between him, uh Vince Keithan, when I played against him, the times I played against him, man, he was just that dude was something else on the basketball court.
check this
And I
out right
tried
here.
to
You see that right there?
it
Man, what was going on with you right there? Ain't that like a Wildcats hat?
is.
You was at
Yep.
school underneath, by the football field.
This was actually in college. My first year my first and only year in college. I took the Wildcat pride with me to college. So majority of the times when I had on the hat, it was basically my Wildcat hat because I wanted to instill that pride at Vegas that we had coming into college. So a lot of the guys in schools, and it was good meeting guys from different places. We had people on the team from Chicago, from Los Angeles, from Minnesota. I mean, they was all over. And practices was something that was brutal, man. It was just like I was the smallest cat out there. But going through our practice, they found out, God damn, this little dude is quick. So I didn't have any problem with them because even though they came from other schools, nobody could match my speed on the squad. So I basically became like one of the I don't want to say the coach, but basically one of the captains of the team.
So you was like a player coach,
Yeah, basically.
the
Because
Magic Johnson.
then Well, even in practice, they were so physical, man. It was like crazy. Like these guys was big and huge, and so everybody was trying to gain a spot. So, me being the smallest one out there and as fast as I am, I got roughed up. So before I even played the game, shit, I had all kinds of injuries just from my people on my squad.
Man.
But I went through it though. It was a good season. I had fun with the guys out there.
So when you was putting your height and your weight in, what height was you putting in, like high school?
I was only like 5'5" in high school. Well, that's where I'm at now.
So
They listed me
a
at
guy
5'6", but I
a
wasn't
guy
that
being
tall.
that short, normally people just overlook him and they don't be like, man, this dude can't play. And did you ever experience a lot of that?
All the time. Like ever since I've been playing basketball, I've always been the smallest one on my team. Every single team that I've been on. But surprisingly, I met not only did I meet Spud Webb when I was in college, but I met Muggsy Bogues. And you talking about
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
that was fast and quick. Good
Man,
Lord.
man.
Like I knew I was fast, but playing against that dude, seeing him play at 5'3", he was shorter than me. Man, that dude
Wow.
had everything. He could dribble, he could shoot, he could jump. I was like amazed.
So what squad was that?
This, this was my college squad. That's Ezel on my left. Your right looking at it.
Okay.
And two of the guys in the back, uh, one of them was one from Pomona and the other one was from I think there was one from California and Pomona. They two of the guys that I got to know out there that became really good friends. Like I said, Ezel, I played with Ezel over at Cashman. And it was a good experience playing with him over at Cashman. That got me through the season because the guys when I first came to Cashman didn't think I could play basketball. Man, you too short. You don't belong out here. That's the only thing I used to hear. You too short. You don't belong out here. Until I actually started playing. Then all that shit changed. So once they get a hold of your speed, it's a completely different subject when you decide to play. But like a lot of times, even when I first went to Fremont, I think a lot of guys was always playing in the back before school started. We had a little 5-on-5, so I would have to wait because I didn't know anybody. Well, me and Tracy, once we got on the court, we never got off the court.
Tracy who?
So Tracy Live, one of the original Smurfs.
So let's hear about the Smurfs.
I think the way we got our name over at playing basketball all the time, just going out with pickup games. We go to certain spots and we play. And we were over at Lorenzi Park one day, and there was a whole bunch of dudes out there that was talking smack and everything else. Well, the five of us, because we got Anthony Knight, the five of us got on the court, and the dudes was talking mess, because they had already won a couple of games. So when we got on the court, we was fresh. So Anthony at the time, like I said, Anthony was something, man. His game, I can't even describe. Like Anthony was dynamite. Like he had the speed, he had the drive. Anthony was just an all baller, hustle. So when we got out there, we made sure them dudes started calling us Smurfs. You motherfucking Smurfs ain't shit. So we stuck with the name ever since. That's the name that we
I
put
remember
in.
that
So when we
team.
started going over to all these places, we started playing under the Smurfs. And
I remember that
as a
team.
matter of fact, my boy Anthony at first he didn't want to play because Anthony, out of all of us, Anthony Knight, out of all of us could jump. Man, when I seen that dude, I thought he was in the ninth grade with me over at Fremont. I seen that dude come down and tomahawk dunk, thinking that he was going to be on my team. Now I found out he was only in the 8th grade. So at
Man.
that time, they had a 8th grade team and a 9th grade team, which I played up on the 9th grade, and he was down on the bottom. I was like, man. But when he came with us, when we went places to play, we had to try to motivate him just to dunk on people because he would never do it. So when my brother started the Smurfs over leagues, we had some guys together, but Anthony came to one of the games. He was up in the stands, and the stands was packed. We was playing against it was DOC, and that's Willie Banks' team. Man, the crowd was all hyped and everything going on, and Anthony was just like in the moment. He was like, "Man, I gotta get on that team, man. I gotta get on that team," because it was just so hyped over in there watching us play. So he eventually got on the team because he never wanted to join at first because we were more of a physical. Like we didn't really play. We played zone, but it was more like a man because we were so small. So if somebody big was in the key that we had to play, we had to put Anthony on him, Anthony Knight on him because he was like 5'10". That's the tallest one we had. We playing against guys that's 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", and some even taller. So the only thing we could basically do is press and run. Sam Smith was the one who thwarted that one. We played against him. Sam Smith would come over to his guys and say, "Why are you motherfuckers coming against these little niggas? Just hold the ball." So he was like, "Give me the ball, give me the ball. I'll show you how you do this." So Sam would get the ball. We couldn't do anything against him. Sam was 6'5", 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah.
He would just get the ball and hold it up. Ain't nothing we could do. So yeah, he he was something else. That was another dude we played against. Sam Smith, all them guys. UNLV.
Yeah.
Robert Smith.
Sam,
No, that's another cat. Robert Smith. Oh my
that
goodness.
dude
You
was
talking about
tough.
somebody that can ball.
Robert,
Man.
man, I seen Robert play. I seen Robert play when we became grown, and he was playing with the younger pros, and he ran right along with them. He was keeping up with them. Everything was. He looked better than them, and I think this was in like 2007. You know,
Always kept himself in shape.
always,
Every time you see him, he was running, he was exercising, everything.
and giving out good
The man
advice.
was didn't even look his age at all.
No, he didn't.
Man, but he could play.
Yeah,
You talking about somebody that could play.
yeah.
Now, if
Robert
I
was
had to
tough.
patent my game, if I had to try to play like anybody, Robert Smith, he would have been
That
the
would be
man.
you. That's what I'm talking about.
Man, that I looked up to him. Like I just loved the way he played basketball. Man, I was just like in awe every time he even hit the court. It was just insane.
Yeah,
That dude could really play.
I used to enjoy watching Robert play, going to the Rebels game, even going to Doolittle, seeing him play, even just watching him in the rec leagues and things like that.
Yeah. Spider-Man Burns, you remember him?
Man, I'm trying to get Spider-Man on the show right now.
That cat he should have made it to the NBA, man. That dude was out of this
People,
world.
people want to hear his story. I want to get him on the show and have him tell his story because he got an amazing story.
Yeah, he does. Yep. An athlete gone wrong, but man, I'm just telling you, him along with Fred Banks, Fred another one.
Yeah, Freddie was tough.
And I never, you know what? I can honestly say, all the time I was in school, I'd never be Fred.
Not one time.
Not one time.
Yeah, Fred was tough.
At
And
Valley,
they
yeah.
had a good system over there, Valley. Their
Yep,
system
Craig
was a
Hawkins
little
went over
better.
there.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
Craig and
think
Freddie played together, huh?
um
Did they play together?
no, I think Craig went his senior year, so Fred was already gone.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
Fred left in 83
So that was
and
his.
Craig went over to Valley in 84.
Oh, okay.
So he played with us. He played with us our junior year at
Over in
Vegas,
Vegas.
but then he left. Yeah, he played with us. Then he left, and it was a good thing because, like I said, to me, with every athlete, I don't care how good you are, coaching makes a big difference. You got to
If
have the coaching. The coaches got to have the faith in you, and you got to have faith in them coaches. That
so
shows
if
you in the NBA. Look at the difference between LeBron, Jordan, and Kobe. Look at the coaches that Kobe and Jordan had as compared to what LeBron had.
that's real.
You don't think if LeBron was in that type of a system, he would have won more championships?
You
I
know,
think so.
LeBron's got to the championship more than anybody.
Yeah.
He
And
got
without,
there.
like I said, he had different coaches.
Yeah, without he had a different coach every time.
So just imagine had he have been in a system, because he wasn't in a system. LeBron brought the system to the team. So if you look at Cleveland, Cleveland had nothing until he got there. He got Cleveland to the championship. He knew he wasn't going to do anything in Cleveland. That's the reason why he left. Went to Miami. He had better players, which I don't understand why people take him down for that, for trying to go to a team and get with better players. That's what everybody does, even when you have pickup games. Either you roll with your boys or you're going to try to get the best five to get on the court to win the game.
That's true.
That's the same thing in the NBA, ain't it?
That's right.
Like LeBron wasn't the first one to get on these big teams. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And he had two good people. He played with Chris Bosh, and he, as a matter of fact, what he tried to bring them over to Cleveland. They said, "Oh, hell no, the market over there ain't good enough for us." So they eventually talked him into going basically to Miami because they, like I said, he did the right thing. I don't take no athlete down for doing what they do to try to win a basketball game and try to win the championship because they was doing it prior to him.
Take us back to this picture.
Ooh, we were playing against Chaparral. It was the very first game of the season. We played Chaparral. Chaparral came to our gym, and everybody thought that, Vegas wasn't going to do anything. That Chaparral had the team. They had Jeff Penix over there. They had all these guys that was over there that was really good, and they came to our gym, and we only ended up beating them by 10, but the game was not that close. Like, I'll say the last maybe 5 or 6 minutes, we were probably just passing the ball around, trying, stall time, and they was trying to come back. So we eventually end up winning by 10. But that game, when it started off, I thought, man, nobody gonna be able to beat us. But again, everything comes down to coaching. I don't care how good of a players that you have. If you don't have the coaching that goes with those players,
it ain't gonna happen.
It's not gonna go right.
You got a team that's fast, quick, could steal the ball 3-4 rips up the court, and you want to put them in the zone and set them back.
Man, we had everything, Mike. We had size. We had Dale over there. We had dude named Sean Smith, who was 6'6". We had Mike. Did you his
Mike
son,
Lewis?
Mike's son. No, Mike's last name. His son went to I don't know if he's still in the NBA now, but he went to Gorman, and then he went
Mike
to
Brown?
Gonzaga.
Mike Brown?
Not Brown. What was Mike's last name? Because his son. What is Mike's last name? Shoot. Now I forgot Mike's last name. I should be cursed out. Because his son has made it. Yeah. But his son made it. But Mike was only a freshman when he played with us. But he was, 6'6", 6'7". Right. So we had some bigs with Dale, and we had Sean, and we had him. We had Eric was all around. Eric could rebound, could score, could do everything. We had Will, like I said, Will Reed. Will was, to me, Will was a Dennis Rodman before Dennis Rodman was Dennis Rodman.
That's true.
That was our guy. Everything that came off the rim, he was snatching.
Yeah, he was.
Then we had Lee. Lee McCoy. Lee McCoy. We had Lee. Lee could play too.
Lee, light-skinned Lee, right?
Yep.
What's Lee them last? Well, I think Lee is his last name, right?
Lee Ritchie.
Lee Ritchie.
Yeah, Ritchie. Yeah, we had Lee. Lee. Yeah, Bernard. I don't know. Bernard is under us. I think Bernard graduated either 85 or 86, somewhere up in there.
No, he was 85 with me.
85?
Yeah, Bernard was tough.
Yeah. Now, Bernard, he had handles too.
Yeah, Bernard was tough.
Bernard had handles back in the day.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, we played Bernard.
Did he play at Vegas?
No, we played him like 6th grade. We played for Kit Carson, and he played for the Lakers. Him and Papa, and a few of them other guys.
And that's another one
Dale,
we added. We eventually added when Papa got older. Papa came over to the Smurfs. Him and Bug.
Dale.
Bug. You remember Bug, his brother, little brother?
Yeah.
It was Anthony Tracy. He had Bug. We had Darren for a minute, but he didn't stay
Darren.
that long.
Darren who?
Yeah, all of them was brothers, all alive. It was Darren, it was Anthony, it was Tracy, it was
Yeah, I remember
Bug,
those
and it was
dudes.
Papa.
No, them dudes was tough.
All of them could jump off the gym.
All of
It
them.
seemed like the youngest ones was the biggest jumpers,
Darren.
and it was amazing to me. As much as Papa, as big as long as Papa was and he could jump, out of all five of them, Darren was probably the highest jumper out of all of them.
Yeah, Darren used to fly. And they was all skinny. No big legs.
Yep,
It was like
all
natural.
three. Yep. All
So
three. Yep.
I got to put you on the spot now. If you had to name 5 people in that era that was the top dudes, what would be the 5?
In my era, 84 down.
Well, I mean, just let's say from 82 to 86.
And that's hard. You had cats like Ricky Henry. Ricky Henry was over there. Had Bruce Gator. Joe Dixon was a little older, but everybody knew Joe coming up. If I'm gonna name my top 5, I'm definitely gonna put Vince. Vince Keithan gonna definitely be in that 5. I mean that.
You know, people gonna challenge
Me
you.
watching Vince.
People gonna say, man, blah blah blah. They gonna challenge you on your 5, but this your 5, so don't worry about what they're gonna say. Just Vince, that's one.
Okay, Bruce. I gotta put Bruce in there.
Bruce, that's 2.
Yep. I'm gonna go with Eric Johnson.
Eric.
Let me see, cause man, we had so many good basketball players. We got Eric, got Vince, got Bruce. I can't dish out Fred. Fred, definitely had to put Fred in there. Fred Banks.
Okay.
That was 83. And I'm gonna top it off with man, that's hard. We had
So let's say, what about Western, Bonanza, Clark, Chaparral, Gorman, Rancho, El Dorado. So out of those
El Dorado
schools,
had a lot of good players over there, man. It's hard to even just name one of those guys. They shoot my junior year when I played against those cats, I don't even think we even beat El Dorado my junior year. I think every time we came over there, I think they coach for some reason. It was he put the heater up in the gym. Was made it really hot over in El Dorado. Like I couldn't even play.
they
Had
gym
stomach problems.
Their heater probably wasn't working.
Man, I think the coach did that shit on purpose.
Man,
I could not. I had to sit out. When they came to Vegas, a different story. But when I went over there, I couldn't play.
Man.
Let's see now. 5. Got Eric. Bruce. Got Vince. Got Bruce. Got Fred. I'm trying to see if there's anybody else at Vegas.
What about Slick, Ellis Blackmore? What about Mike Lee? What about Bradley Butler? What about Kenny Smith? What about
Ellis was cold too. And yeah, I've always had problems with him. I've been playing against Ellis since the 3rd grade. Since 3rd, 4th grade.
Yeah, he earned the name Slick.
He was way better than what I was coming up. I had to try to catch him. Yeah, Ellis Blackmore, yeah, he was He was good back in his day. And as a matter of fact, I see when I was at Fremont, when all the guys left our team, basically like the whole team quit other than like 4 of us. And that's when my story came with my friend Greg. We only had 4 players because the rest of the guys decided they was gonna lead the team. They weren't gonna play for the coach. For whatever reason. I'm not even gonna bring that up.
Oh, speaking
But
of Greg,
I had to go.
that's who else. That speaking of Greg, that's who else was on our team. Greg Williams, uh, that lived over there in y'all neighborhood.
Greg Williams.
You know Greg, he about your age.
I'm trying to think because I'm talking about Greg Henderson.
I know Greg too.
Greg Henderson ran
Yeah,
track, but
yeah.
I since we only had 4 players, I asked the coach if we could add one. I went and got Greg and asked Greg to play with us. And I never knew how good Greg was at track because that was my first year there, at Fremont.
Yeah,
But
Greg
after
come
we
from Jim
played
Bridger.
basketball, I'm not sure because I met him there at Fremont.
No, we went to Jim Bridger
But
together. Me, him, William Reed, Lamont Duke. We had a. It was nice over there.
Willie,
Yeah.
now what? So you went to Jim Bridger your 8th grade year, 7th
My
grade year?
7th grade year, and a little bit of my 8th grade year.
So then what did you transfer after Jim
Von
Bridger?
Von Tobel.
And you didn't play basketball for any of those
Nope.
for Von Tobel.
Nope. During the time of basketball season, I was transferring over to Von Tobel. My freshman year, I just didn't play. I think it was all the politics. They had people on there that couldn't even play.
Now I remember you playing didn't you play over at Bonanza?
I played at Bonanza.
Archie
Yeah,
Reese and all them guys.
yeah. I was the team that I was on. Like I got moved back down to JV my
That's when
sophomore
I
year.
think my sophomore year. My sophomore year, as I remember, because I had a picture and somebody stole it. I had a picture doing a layup against Archie Reese. Archie Reese was trying to steal the ball from me, and they showed me going up. And somebody took that picture. I wish I had that picture, man. I was telling Archie about that back in the day, but he didn't believe. I said, man, I had a picture, Archie. I'm telling you. We used to kill Bonanza. Him and Reggie Perry, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I said, him and Reggie Perry was a little shooter too,
Yeah, we played y'all and
and
y'all
another
ran that
shorty
weird
too.
offense. Pass, pass,
We
pass, pass, zigzag pass,
yeah,
in and out pick.
that's the they called it motion. That's what the coach called it, motion.
Yeah, I couldn't stand that.
But I didn't like that because a lot of teams they basically knew I wasn't a shooter, so they would drop in their
Drop back.
zone and let me all alone. Here the coach is telling me that I can't shoot. Only thing point guard is supposed to do is distribute to the wings and the big men.
Right.
So a lot of teams would drop and leave me up the top. It was my father and my brother up in the stands telling me, like, shoot, you want to shoot. But here's my coach telling me that I'm not supposed to be shooting. So, like I said, uh, he got me in a mindset that I was never used to being in. Because ever since playing basketball, I always had the red light to run. I mean the green light to run. That's what I did. So coming to Vegas and him having that slow down, settled offense where we wanted to get out and run, but he wanted to, like you said, pass, cut. And it was effective at times because we had Eric and we had Melvin who could shoot. They could drain some shots. And like I said, with Will crashing the boards, we had Dale, we had some good players. But he didn't let us play our game. And it frustrated the hell out of me that I couldn't play the way I wanted to play. Especially with Travis. I knew that Travis was just like me. Travis was one of those guys who like to get out and run. And then a lot of times we had to slow the ball up. I was like, man, that shit is so frustrating. So frustrating.
Hey, we're gonna take a break
Like
and
my
come right back.
confidence.
We're gonna take a break and come right
Okay.
back. We'll take a break. We'll
Okay.
listen a little bit of 2K Vegas and come right back.
Decent. When we talk about the 7, they don't even know the meaning. Pimps and prostitutes like birds and the bees here. Creeping down Owens, you might see a couple fiends near. It ain't always what it seems here. But you could wake up in a dream here, or you could wake up in your dreams dead. Las Vegas Boulevard, I turn a broke man to rich. I slide down Las Vegas Boulevard too. It's that I slide down Las Vegas Boulevard too. It's some shit you slide down Las Vegas Boulevard too.
Mike's last name.
It's some shit I slide down Las Vegas Boulevard too. It's some shit I slide down Las Vegas Boulevard too.
Yo, that's GPMG's artist. Make sure y'all check that out. 2K Vegas on all platforms. We doing that thing. And also, y'all make sure y'all stop at Sammy's Pizza down on Las Vegas Boulevard, right downtown. I think it's like off of Bonneville and Las Vegas Boulevard, right on the corner. Y'all stop at Sammy's and get you a slice of pizza. I'm telling you, I ain't got to tell you how good it is. Go give it a try and then you tell me, because I like it and it tastes real good. Y'all know I eat a whole lot. But we're going to get back to my man, Mike Madison, and we're going to talk about this picture right here. What's up, Mike?
What's going on?
I see y'all got Eric on there. You got Dion, Melvin, the other guys. I see Lee Ritchie, William Reed.
Travis right in back of Melvin.
Yeah. Who's that behind Melvin?
Yep. That's Travis Kobe.
Okay, yeah, I see. Okay. So this team right here, y'all was down up in Hawaii.
Yep.
Me and Dion played. Me, Dion, and William, we played football together. Me and Melvin played basketball together. I played against Lee, and I played against you. But yeah, those guys on there, man, young crew of guys, man, y'all looked good.
Yep. The fellas had been talking about going to Hawaii. We didn't think that it was going to be possible, but we did a fundraiser, and we ended up getting the money. We ended up going. We were scheduled to play Hawaii's number 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we played them in order of, we played their number 4 first, then a number 3, then a number 2, and the last game out there we played their number 1, which they had some. That number 1 team they had some good players. They had a guard, could have been a little taller than maybe 5'7", 5'8". This dude, I tried to take a charge on him, Mike. This dude jumped over my head and tried to dunk on me. I mean, the dunk didn't go through, but the fact that I sat there and stood straight up, like I'm straight up with my hands down and just watch him just go over my head. And I'm like, this dude almost made the damn dunk. I was like, wow. So after that, their coaches had called a timeout because he was kind of upset because I had been getting on him the whole time. My speed was just, he couldn't match it. And then when Travis came in, that's what I'm saying. When Travis played against him, Travis just ran circles around him. So he was kind of agitated. But none of the games were close. Even they number 1, we ended up beating them by more than 15 points. And when we got back to Vegas, there was a complaint saying that we had cheated some kind of way. So there was something going on saying that we had players that we weren't supposed to have or something they was trying to say. But they didn't rule that out. They said, y'all just got y'all butts whooped. Just accept it. They just beat y'all point blank. Y'all was number 1 team out there. They came out here and they dueled you guys. So, like I said, I had just got a whole different perspective on our team when we went to Hawaii. We got closer. And even though I knew Travis in practices and everything else, I knew what he could do. But I'm telling you, when he went to Hawaii, like, all the guys basically stepped it up. But that dude, Travis Kobe, Man, that dude was something else. I mean, some of the stuff that he did, I was trying to do. I seen Travis do a few moves. I was trying to get them suckers my damn. I'm like, how the hell he do that shit?
So who was the
Yeah, that dude
fastest?
was something else.
You or Kobe? Who was the fastest? Everybody want to know that. Everybody wants to know. Because when it comes up about being the quickest and the fastest, Travis and Mike always come up.
You know what? I'm gonna leave that debate. I'm not gonna answer that debate. I'm not gonna say that I was faster than him. I'm not. That was my game. That's the only thing I had. Not the only thing I could jump, but my speed was what got me, to where I was. It was all my speed. So Travis had more than just speed. Travis could shoot. That nigga could dribble. Everything that you say you want your athlete to do, Travis could do. He could jump. He could dribble. He could shoot. He could shoot outside too. But like I said, we wasn't given that opportunity because we was point guards. So the people who basically shot, unless me and Travis had something going as far as a fast break, the only time we basically got to shoot is a fast break because everything else was going to the wings and the big men. So we didn't get to show our skill set on the court that we had because of the coaching style that was given to us. You guys are not supposed to shoot. You're supposed to contribute the ball to the big man and the wings.
That's one of the
And that's
things in
how it's
Vegas.
styled.
We had all guards growing up here. Like you said, y'all center was 5'10". We had all guards. And so everybody here was quick, fast, but there were some people with the exceptional speed, like you, Travis, Cliff Bailey, and
Yep.
some
Cliff
other
had,
guys.
yeah,
And
Cliff
all
had
y'all
that
went to the
speed
same
too.
school.
Ellis wasn't really known for his speed, but he was just a damn good basketball player. Mike Lee to me was quick for a big man. That dude has some good speed too.
I thought he was pretty explosive. So on
And could jump off the
right
gym.
here, can you name everybody? Just so the people could know who they are.
In the back, that's Dale Majors. The guy in front of Dale, well, Travis is in the background. You can't really see him. Travis Colby. You got Melvin Byers. I think he's runless now, but at the time it was Byers.
Right.
You got Bill O'Connor. Bill O'Connor is right in back of Melvin. Then there's me. There's Deion Fincher. And William Reed is back there. And Lee Ritchie. And over to the left with Eric Johnson, right next to Eric, that's Sean Smith. Another 6'6" guy. That was our center. Now I cannot remember. Mike is the one in back of Sean, but I cannot remember Mike's last name. But like I said, he's got a son that's in the NBA. His son played with Gorman, and then he went on to play with Gonzaga, and then he made it to the NBA. And I think the last team I remember him playing with was Portland Trailblazers.
Okay. I wonder who was his son.
Damn, if I can remember Mike's last name. For some reason, I just can't remember Mike's last name.
So, Mike, what are some of the good places that you used to go eat back in the days that's not here anymore that you wish was still here?
Well, Macayo's had a restaurant, a Mexican place.
Yeah.
Man, they
I
had
know
some good
Macayo.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had some good food. Now I don't get out much. Vegas downtown used to have what's that called? The Circus.
The circus room.
Where they had the pizza, they had all the hamburgers and all that stuff, and it was cheap.
Man, they had the best
So I used to get out of school because I only had 3 classes my senior year and get out early, and I used to go downtown and watch me a movie and go to the circus room and give me something to eat. That shit was
1,
nice.
2, 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know about it, huh?
Ain't no doubt.
Certain days you don't have to pay a damn quarter to get in the damn theater.
Man, imagine that.
A quarter to get into the movie.
And watch a whole
that shit was fun back then.
day of movies.
Yep.
That was the best back
And
then.
it wasn't that seating chart thing that you have now. You can just. I
Go
remember
sit
back in the
anywhere
day,
you
my
want to
mom
sit.
would drop
First
me off
come,
at the
first serve.
movies.
Yeah, we used to
Watch
catch
movies
the bus
all
up
dang
there.
day. Yep, that too. But my mom would shoot. She would drop me off. She would drop me off at the movies, and I stayed there all dang day, just movie hopping, going to the next movie. Can't do that these days now.
So who was some of the
Well, you can't.
who was some of the pretty girls back then that was pretty popular that used to be knocking on your door?
I really didn't have anybody knocking on my door, Mike.
Man, you had the Michael Jackson afro, the the Prince
Everybody had
look.
that back then. What you talking
Man.
about? Everybody had that back then. Let me see. I dated back at El Dorado. There was a girl named Jackie. I dated her. She was at El Dorado. She went played basketball at El Dorado. I ended up hooking up with her my senior year. She played basketball, and it's strange because she liked everything that I liked back in the day. She liked favorite player, Maurice Cheeks growing up. Besides Dr. J, Dr. J was my idol, but Maurice Cheeks, as far as the point guard, was the man for me. That's the reason why I wore number 10 because of him.
Okay.
She liked him. She liked the team. She liked him as a favorite player. Anything I can basically name, she was on cue with me. So that's one of the reasons why we started dating, because it's just like we had the same mind. But college came up, so that ended up, I had to go my separate way, and she had to go her separate way because of college. But it was pretty good back then. Playing basketball, I think that's when a lot of the girls would try to slip you letters and stuff and tell them how much they like you and this, that, and the other. And shoot, I couldn't. I just didn't pay attention to it because I was more in tune with just trying to get to the next game and play basketball. So
So can you give me 3 girls that was real hot in your era?
man, that's tough. Now I can say at my school where I was is this girl. Her name was Devlon Mitchell, and we called her Shell. And I eventually started dating her. But to me, if I had to go back to any time and period, the very first day I met her was at Fremont. The very first time I saw her, this out of this world, looks just bold. She was a very beautiful girl. Now, shoot, I can't really, like I said, I didn't really go any place to say that what this girl looked like, what that girl looked like. So I don't really have a top five as far as women goes. But I know Shell was one. Like, she just took my eyes right away when I first saw her. I mean, there was a lot of pretty girls back then, but like I say, I'm basketball. I'm strictly sports. So, did you have anybody back in the day that you seen that looked
Girls?
good? Yeah,
Wow, it was a whole lot of them. At y'all school, Carla May was a pretty lady.
yeah, she was. Very true. Yeah, I forgot about Carla.
Yeah, that was the girl at El Dorado by the name of Tracy Stories. The girl over at Western, Tanya Parker. Those some those some nice looking ladies back then. Young ladies, high schoolers. I mean, I
Tanya
can name a
Parker. That name
lot.
was not for me. Now, did you ever Vicky? What was Vicky's last name? Vicky Holman. I
What's
think she
the?
went to Chaparral though. Chaparral had some very good looking women back in that day.
Yeah, they had what's those sisters' name? Oh, Savitra and I forgot her sister name, but Sheila Williams. They had a
Oh
lot of
yeah,
them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sheila. I forgot about her.
So yeah, we
Yeah, but
getting
that
ready
was
to
let's see,
close the show out. Anything you want to let the people know? Or anything you want to say before we close all the way out?
I would just say keep it real, keep 100. Don't believe what people tell you. Research on your own. I said there's a lot of information out there that people don't know about, especially when it comes to us Black folks. We have been kept in the dark about our history for so long. It's time for us to rise. It's time for us to get our history back. So that's what I would say.
And
Research.
one more thing.
Don't believe.
One more thing. Before we leave, as we leaving out, I'm gonna show this right here. You got BB on there. Who's that in the middle
You talking
on
about
the
Mr.
ground?
Carr? Mr. Carr?
Mr. Carr. Who's that on the ground?
That's his name is Bill.
Okay.
We all worked at the Stardust.
All right.
So for the longest time, the Stardust played against the Smurfs, and they could never beat us. So they was always, because I worked at the Stardust, he's like, man, why don't you try to come over to our team, man, because you work at the Stardust. So I said, okay, I'm gonna give it a try this time. So I end up getting on the team, and we end up winning the championship.
Yeah, Mike, it was great having you on the show, man. And we'll talk soon. So make sure y'all
All right, Mike, I appreciate the time.
Make sure y'all hit subscribe, like, share this. And also, in order to keep this content going, we need support. So continue to support sponsorship, donations. Contact me. And Mike, we'll see each other very soon.
All right, Mike. You have a good one.
All right.
Later.
This shit I slide down Las Vegas Boulevard too. This shit I slide down Las Vegas Boulevard too. Meet me on 15th and Fremont at the market. Fish with the shrimp and the fries, can't find no parking. City of the bright lights is different after dark here. Take you to Container Park, maybe we can start there. Love for a city, I could swear I found my heart in. Raised in the desert, so the park was like the beach. Lorenzi on Sunday, grandma barbecued on weekends. Shopping in the Rancho was just a swap meet kid. I feel Vegas when I pass by the Allegiant. Section 8 baby, but we still live decent. When we talk about the 7, they don't even know the meaning. Pimps and prostitutes like birds and the bees here. Creeping down Owens, you might see a couple fiends near. It ain't always what it seems here. But you could wake up in a dream here, or you could wake up in your dreams dead. Las Vegas Boulevard, I turn a broke man to rich. I slide down Las Vegas Boulevard too. It's that I slide down Las Vegas Boulevard too. It's some shit you slide down Las Vegas Boulevard too.